Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another tier list. In this one, I'm going to be ranking every single human death in the Jurassic franchise, from the original Jurassic Part 1 to the new Jurassic World Rebirth. Now, unfortunately, the best list that I could find turned out to only go up to Fallen Kingdom. So I unfortunately took the liberty of adding some Rebirth and Dominion characters. And let's start off with the shooter guy. The first ever death in Jurassic Park. And I swear damn it was actually kind of sad because this guy was just getting dragged in. With not really a chance while this guy was just screaming shooter. I'm sure I'm going to have some background footage. I think I'm going to have to give him Dino DNA mid-tier. Here's the tiers, guys. At the bottom of the list, the most rubbish and unsatisfying deaths, we have Dino Dookie, because trash. Then we have Meh. Then Dino DNA is the mid-tier. A tier is Welcome to Jurassic Park, and the best deaths in the franchise get S tier. BEA Beautiful tier. Alright, let's get into it. Next up, we have the lawyer guy from Jurassic Part 1 Jeez, I forgot his name, wow. I need to watch Jurassic Part 1 again to refresh my memory. I actually forgot some of this. Honestly, this death was amazing. It was so iconic. The T-Rex breaks out and he hides in a bathroom. That is truly comical. Yeah, it was pretty brutal for a PG. I mean, I thought Ian Malcolm, that is one big pile of shit, was, pretty brutal for a PG. But nah, this guy just got chomped up. I'm giving it a BA Beautiful. I think this is the best death in the franchise. It was so funny and iconic. Alright, Dennis Nedry. And again, this is another BA Beautiful death. I think all the Jurassic Park deaths are beautifully executed. Especially Nedry getting slowly tormented and overwhelmed with poison by the Dilophosaurus. And this death was brutal. I mean, supposedly there's a fan theory the Dilophosaurus disembowels you first and you're still alive for it, so I would not want to think about what it did to him after putting him out of his misery. Still. Alright, next up we have... Is it Dr. Arnold? The guy whose hand got chopped off. I forgot his name, but this death was actually terrifying. We never get to see it on screen because it would have been too brutal. When his arm grabs Ellie Sattler, that was pretty brutal. We know that the Raptors did it as well. Yeah, this was pretty good. We didn't get to see it though, but still chomped his arm off, so you can kind of see what they did to him. I'm giving this Dino DNA, and I'm going to put it above the shooter guy, top of Dino DNA. Now we have, is it Muldoon? Robert Muldoon? I don't know. Either way, this is a very good death. In fact, I think this is the most iconic death in the franchise. I'm going to put it at the top of BEA Beautiful. Still, Clever Girl is one of the most iconic lines in all of cinema to this day. It's absolutely brilliant, and it was so fun when he was about to snipe one of the raptors, but then the big one came out and, well, put him out of commission. GG. Good death, honestly, incredible. Alright, now we're getting into more grey area territory, because I have to be honest, I actually don't really remember many of the deaths in the Lost World. I don't really know any of these. I know every other film except for the Lost World. I always forget. So these deaths are just randomly getting crapped on. I'll give him Welcome to the Jurassic Park because that waterfall death when Buck just grabbed him and pulled him out of the waterfall and chomped up. That was pretty brutal. That was good. The guy who got snapped in half by two T-Rexes. Hold on. Eddie Carr. Peter Ludlow, yeah, he can have a Dino DNA. Junior chomping on him was pretty satisfying and poetic at the end. So, I'll give him Welcome to Jurassic Park as well. In fact, he might be the best one in the Lost World. And then what? Eddie Carr? Let's just say that's Eddie Carr. Anyway, this is a beautiful death. This is such a good death. Getting ripped in half by two T-Rexes. Incredible. Alright. Now we're on to Jurassic Park 3. And beyond. I know all these deaths off by heart, trust me. Alright, let's begin with the guy on the raft. Shoot, I forgot his name, like the uncle who was taking the nephew out and obviously got him stranded on the island. Personally, we never got to see this, but he just became a skeleton. Part was pretty creepy, but this is just a meh death. I do not really care for it that much. Who were, pretty mid, I'd say. We got, what, 4, have we? Yeah, these guys on the raft are just meh. Then we've got... Alright, so the guy who get... Cooper, that was it. Cooper. Yeah, Cooper's probably Welcome to Jurassic Park level. I thought his death was pretty fun when the Spinosaurus came out of nowhere and chomped him up. This one was pretty brutal. Then also we have the pilot guy, I think he's called Nash. Like, imagine that, getting chomped out by the Spinosaurus and then getting your head crushed. And then, of course, eaten. Very funny. Yep. I think this is a welcome to Jurassic Park death. Then finally, we have... Okay, I lied. This is the most brutal. The guy who got used as bait by the raptors and got, like, the massive claw from the raptors right into his back. That was pretty brutal. I think this is... Yeah, I think this is a beautiful death. This death was really good. Alright, moving on to my personal favourite film, Jurassic World. So, we've got Owen and those two other people who went to investigate the Indominus enclosure. Those two got killed. Owen survived, of course, because plot armor. It was the first Indominus kill. It was decent, honestly, just dino DNA. Then we have this guy. This death was hilarious. The Indominus just flicked the truck over and was like, oh, hello there. And you got snapped up. Pretty good. Welcome to Jurassic Park level. Then we've got like the bunch of team who just got completely brutally murdered. This one was pretty fun in Dino DNA because they were all killed in a brutal manner. I mean, come on, bro. This guy literally got into a helicopter and just killed himself going right into an aviary. Freaking kamikaze. Anyway, I'm going to put this guy in Dino Dookie. The babysitter, when she gets... Imagine that, right? Just getting thrown around by pterosaurs and then the mosasaurus just comes up. Boom. Clap. Beautiful. Beautiful. Very fun death. Alright. I'm just going to... You know what? I'm going to put these guys back down. We don't need any of these guys. They're just random extras. I'm talking about main character death. Alright. I think this one's pretty good. We've got... This one was pretty good, actually. I enjoyed how Delta got revenge on him, because as we know earlier when he was, like, petting the raptors, Delta immediately hated him. Like, I've never seen a raptor have such a bias. And in the end, Delta was the one who got him, ripped his arm off and tore him to shreds. Very good death. Beautiful. Alright, moving on to not the Lost Blooming Mud. I'm starting off with Ken Wheatley. This is another beautiful death. In fact, this is probably my second favourite death in the entire franchise. Absolutely incredible. I mean, the Indoraptor literally messed with this guy and literally flicked his tail around just to troll him and take him off guard, and then bit his arm off and then tore him to shreds. That is amazing. Indoraptor's so good, bro. Alright. Next up we have, what's he called? The bargainer guy, who's like the one presenting all the dinosaurs. He got his comeuppance. I didn't like him. Nommed by Indoraptor. So this is probably like a welcome to Jurassic Park level death. Finally, we have the clone girl's like kind of father, was it? I don't know. He's pretty rubbish, honestly, but I liked how he got chomped up by the T-Rex. That was fun. Welcome to Jurassic Park, the return of Rexy, baby. Yeah, it was quite funny. I enjoy it, honestly. Welcome to Jurassic Park. Alright, now we got 3 deaths. I haven't chosen all of them, but I have chosen the main character who dies in Dominion, that being Lewis Dodson. And I thought this death was so good and poetic. He was the man who sent Nedry over to his death in Jurassic Park, and then he suffers the same fate by getting ambushed by Dilophosaurs. That is so beautiful. Listen, Dominion was very flawed, but it executed a lot of things right. I think this is a beautiful death. And then finally, we've got 2 rebirth deaths, which I've chosen. We've got Martin Krebs and Leclerc. Let's start off with Leclerc. I think this is a welcome to Jurassic Park death. This is pretty good. I mean, he gets absolutely swallowed whole by the Quetz, and this was just so unexpected. We thought the Quetz was going to land into the cave and go straight towards Azora and Dr. Loomis, but no, he straight up just swallowed Leclerc instead. That just came out of nowhere. And then finally, Martin Krebs, who just gets absolutely smushed up by the Distortus Rex, literally snapped in half. Honestly, this was a good death as well. I think beautiful. Alright, let's rank them in tiers. These Lost World guys, who cares? Dino Dookie. Meh. I'll put this guy at the top. Maserati was decent. Then this guy. Dino DNA. Yep, looks about right to me. Then we've got Welcome to Jurassic Park. This death was pretty brutal. Then probably Leclerc. Then this guy. Then, yeah, got this. Then this guy, I'd say. Alright, then at the top, beautiful. I think the best death was probably... It's got to be Dennis Nedry. It's got to be the best death in the franchise. Then probably Ken Wheatley. Then the T-Rex Dookie. Then Clever... I don't know. I think Clever Girl. I think the original 3 Jurassic Park deaths are the best. Then Ken. Then probably this guy. Then probably Eddie. 5th. Then the babysitter. Then Vic. Then Lewis. Then Martin. Yeah, that looks good, I'd say. Well, guys... Tell me if you agree or not. Please like and subscribe. Comment the most brutal or best deaths. These are my favourite ones in my opinion, or the human deaths at least. Well, I might have some more coming. Might. Anyway, goodbye.